Hello and welcome. I'm an expert in hotel AI, and I've seen firsthand how technology is reshaping the world of hospitality. It's a real pleasure to have all of you students from the Europe Hotel School joining us today. In this session, we're going to dive deep into a topic that's absolutely critical for your future careers, using artificial intelligence to get a handle on beverage costs.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to uncover a hidden problem that quietly costs bars a fortune. Then, we'll introduce the AI solution that's designed to plug those leaks. We'll look at exactly how it tracks every single drop, and most importantly, how we can turn all that data into smart, decisive action. By the end, you'll have a clear picture of how to build a bar that's both highly profitable and totally accountable.
All right, let's jump right in. Our first topic tackles a challenge that plagues pretty much every hotel bar, even the ones that look incredibly successful on the surface. We're talking about invisible financial leaks that can silently drain away profits. Now, here's the interesting paradox. Your hotel bar is a profit powerhouse, right? It brings in a ton of revenue. But that very success can actually hide a major weakness, losses that are happening right under your nose, but are almost impossible to spot with the naked eye. So why is the bar so vulnerable? Well, this slide explains it perfectly. Think about tracking a steak from the kitchen. It's simple. It's one single unit. One steak goes out, one payment comes in. Easy. But a single bottle of spirits? That's a whole different story. That one bottle is sold off in dozens, sometimes hundreds, of tiny little pours. Each one of those is a mini transaction. And trying to track all of them manually is, well, it's a nightmare. And this is exactly where those profits start to vanish.
To get a handle on this, financial controllers rely on a key metric called pour cost. Really, it's just a simple percentage that tells you how much your beverage ingredients are costing you compared to the sales they're bringing in. A low pour cost is fantastic. But if you see that number start to creep up for no good reason, that's a huge red flag that product is disappearing somewhere between the stockroom and the customer's glass.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem, and it's a big one. So, what's the solution? Well, I can tell you it's not more clipboards or more complicated spreadsheets. No, we're talking about specialized technology that's built for precise, modern control. As you're learning at the Europe Hotel School, modern problems demand modern tools. The leading AI platform that's been built specifically to solve this exact issue is called BevSpot. Its entire purpose is to bridge that critical and often costly gap between what's poured from the bottle and what's actually rung up in the register.
So how does this thing actually work? Let's pull back the curtain a bit. This next part breaks down the mechanics of the system, and it all boils down to its core function, the pour versus sold reconciliation. This is where the true power of AI really becomes clear.
The process is really an elegant, four-step loop that runs 24/7. First, the AI plugs directly into the hotel's existing point-of-sale and inventory systems. It speaks their language. Second, it uses special sensors, things like smart taps on beer lines, to measure every single ounce that gets poured in real time. Third, the AI engine is constantly comparing the pour data to the sales data. And finally, step 4, the second it finds a mismatch, boom, it instantly flags that discrepancy for management to take a look at.
Let's walk through a quick, real-world example to see this in action. Let's say on a busy Friday night, the smart tap sensors on the lager keg measure that a grand total of 500 ounces were poured. That's a hard number. It's the physical reality of what left your inventory.
But when the AI looks at the sales data from the point-of-sale system for that exact same period, it only finds records showing that 400 ounces of lager were actually sold and paid for.
And that, right there, leads to the million-dollar question. Where did those missing 100 ounces go? Was it just waste from a foamy tap? Was it overpouring? Was it a few free drinks for friends? Or was it outright theft? See, without this technology, a manager is just guessing in the dark. But now, they have a specific, data-driven question that demands a specific answer.
Just getting the data is only half the battle. The real value, the real game changer, comes from turning that insight into concrete, effective action. This next section is all about how managers use this information to make much smarter decisions.
What's really brilliant here is the system's ability to help diagnose the type of problem you have. Is that a 100-ounce discrepancy because of a foamy tap that needs maintenance? Well, that's a technical issue, an easy fix. Or is it because a bartender isn't ringing in every drink they pour? That's a behavioral issue. The data points the manager toward the correct solution, instead of them just guessing. And this slide shows you just how incredibly detailed that guidance can be. The AI can pinpoint discrepancies right down to the specific shift. So look at this. On Tuesday afternoon, there was a tiny, perfectly acceptable 5-ounce variance. No big deal. But Friday night during the rush, whoa, a massive 95-ounce loss. This tells the manager exactly where and when to focus their attention.
And the benefits go way beyond just loss prevention. The AI's trend analysis completely revolutionizes purchasing. It identifies those slow movers, the bottles gathering dust on the back shelf. This allows a manager to get creative, maybe craft a happy hour special to sell through that old stock. They're turning a static asset back into cash and freeing up capital by running a much leaner, more efficient inventory.
So let's bring all of this together in our final section. We've seen the problem and we've seen the tool. Now let's look at the ultimate result: creating a truly accountable bar and securing its place as that profit powerhouse.
Maybe the most significant impact here is cultural. When the bar staff knows that every single ounce is being tracked, not by a manager looking over their shoulder, but by a fair and impartial intelligent system, it naturally fosters a powerful culture of accountability. Those unrecorded comps and on-the-house drinks just seem to fade away.
And this is the bottom line. By combining that real-time monitoring with smart analytics, hotels can finally eliminate those invisible leaks. This allows the beverage department to hit its full potential and really solidify its reputation as a true powerhouse of profit within the hotel.
And that brings us to a final thought to take with you on your journey. We've seen the incredible impact this can have on a bar, but the potential certainly doesn't stop there. So the question is, what other parts of the hotel, from housekeeping to the front desk to banquets, could be revolutionized by this kind of detailed, AI-driven insight? It's something to think about as you move forward in your careers. Thank you for your time.